Personal Prophetic Dream Part 2, July 19th, 2025. So I did a short talking about a dream the Lord had made me have. And prophetic dream wouldn't be the best example. It was more like a dream where the Lord reveals things to me from the past. Um, I had a dream where I was working at a big restaurant where um, I was either assigned or volunteered to do the worst job. I was given the metal. Um, they're like metal grates that go above the flames. I had to clean those, which would require like steel wool and a steel brush, and other parts that I had to clean that was just like the work that nobody else did. So there was a pile of this stuff sitting there, and I'm trying to figure it out. They gave me no gloves to wear, right? If you're cleaning intensely with steel wool, you really need to have gloves on because it can eat away at your skin without you realizing it just in the process of doing the scrubbing. And nobody there cared. They're like, wait, he's doing the least fun work. That's cool. So this lady comes by. She's a supervisor of this restaurant, and she says, "Neon, come with me." And I'm sitting there. I'm looking for. I think I'm either looking for the steel wool or for a steel brush, and I can't find it. And so I don't respond to her immediately. And she's kind of like, "Okay, you can stay here, or you can come with me." And I go, "Okay, I'm coming with you." And so I follow her, and her and I go and sit in probably her office, and her and I just start chatting. And one of the things she says is, "I'm not having you work like that. I'm not having you do all of that, like the least popular work." And so what that dream is just a revelation that the Lord has brought me out of the workforce because I don't have a degree. So the work that I had to do was generally minimum wage labor type of work. And because I was antisocial, fake, I had the persona of someone who couldn't hurt a fly. But then when I get angry, you see like a little demon come out. You know, I was petulant, a B word. I can call me that, not you. I was overreactive, hypersensitive, vindictive, antisocial, all wrapped up in a false persona of someone who can't hurt a fly till you see my bad side. And so at jobs, I would be the one to like scrape gum off the floor, clean the restroom, do all the stuff that nobody else wanted to do because I couldn't get along with the other employees that well, hold a regular conversation, none of that. And so, I mean, it was so bad. One time, my boss had me clean out a stuffed pipe. It was where it was outside, and there was a rat caught in there. And while my boss did give me these little latex gloves, the gloves broke. And so I pull out this rat, not even knowing what I'm pulling out, and it ended up giving me a fungus infection that began to spread over my hand, slowly over the years. And eventually, by the grace of God, one of my nails, by the way, almost fell off. I had to super glue it together, and the doctor was like, that was really smart of you. I was like, what? I thought that was like the most ghetto thing I could do. But I knew that since so much of my nail, almost down to the bottom, had separated, that if I bumped it on something, it would just rip the whole nail off. And I was like, that wouldn't be good. So I did what I needed to do, and it turned out to be a good idea. But this doctor wound up giving me anti fungal because it was a fungus infection. It completely healed me. Praise God's holy name, right? And then my nail grew back normal. Praise God. Got rid of my athlete's foot even. But that was how I used to work. And I would work myself to the bone doing physical stuff. So the Lord represents this lady. He pulled me out of the workforce, allowed me to get on SSI since I really was not capable of just working and at times just conversing with employees and um, not having to be busy every single moment, which is generally how I would do things. And so that I wouldn't work myself to the bone, always doing the stuff that nobody else wants to do. And so the Lord pulled me out of the workforce to protect me and, again, from doing the worst kind of labor and the stuff that nobody else wanted to do because I was so antisocial. I would just volunteer myself to do it. And I praise his holy name. I send out my love to all y'all beautiful born again TIs. God will take care of you just like he takes care of me. My antisocial behavior comes from abuse. We were abused throughout my childhood, physically, sexually, emotionally, psychologically, neglect throughout my childhood. My biological father, like most black men, abandoned us. Like most black folks, grew up without a father in the home. And my biological mother was a crazy, sadistic bitch. And so we experienced all kinds of abuse. But yeah, and that's about it. I That was what that dream was all about. It was about God saving me from doing more damage to myself because I'm an idiot. I can call myself that, not you. I'm a complete, total, and utter idiot. And so the Lord looks after me and takes care of me. Praise His holy name. God bless.